The room went silent the moment the auctioneer revealed the artist's name. Just minutes earlier, they were laughing at her, whispering, judging her outfit, questioning why she was even there. Crystal glasses clinked, designer heels clicked against marble floors. Millionaires raised their paddles without even looking at the people around them, and in the middle of it all, she stood quietly, observing. They thought she was just another guest who wandered into the wrong room. They had no idea she was the reason the room was full. The art auction was the kind of event where wealth tried to outshine taste. Massive chandeliers lit up the gallery walls, each painting framed in gold. Collectors from around the world gathered to bid on rare pieces. She arrived alone, dressed simply but elegantly. No flashy logos, no dramatic entrance, just calm confidence. As she studied a large abstract painting displayed at the center of the room, two guests standing nearby glanced at her and smirked. "Do you even know who painted that?" one of them asked sarcastically. She smiled softly. "Yes," she replied. The other woman laughed. "It's valued in the millions." This isn't exactly a casual gallery. Their tone was light, but the message was clear. "You don't belong here." She didn't argue. She didn't defend herself. She simply stepped back and watched the bidding begin. The auctioneer spoke with theatrical excitement. "Ladies and gentlemen, this final piece is expected to break records tonight." Hands shot up. The numbers climbed quickly. 1 million. 2 million. 3. The same people who mocked her were now aggressively competing, determined to own the masterpiece. She remained still, her expression unreadable. As the price soared higher, the room buzzed with tension. The painting had become the highlight of the night, and no one noticed the small signature in the corner. Hidden in plain sight, her signature. When the bidding finally slowed, the auctioneer raised his gavel dramatically. "Going once, going twice," a voice from the back interrupted. "Come clear, before you close. Perhaps the artist would like to say a few words." Crowd turned. Confused, the gallery director stepped forward, smiling widely. "Ladies and gentlemen, the creator of this record-breaking piece is actually with us tonight." Murmurs spread instantly. The director's hand gestured toward her. For a split second, no one moved. Then realization hit like a wave. The woman who had been standing quietly near the painting. The one they had mocked. The one they assumed didn't understand its value. She walked forward slowly, every step measured. The two guests who had laughed earlier froze, their expressions shifting from amusement to disbelief. She took the microphone gently. "Art," she began, her voice steady, "is often judged by the frame before it's understood by the eye." The room was silent. "I painted this piece 3 years ago," she continued. "It represents resilience, being overlooked, being underestimated." Some guests lowered their eyes. She didn't speak with anger. She didn't need to. "The value you see tonight didn't happen overnight. It came from years of discipline, sacrifice, and believing in my vision when no one else did." The auctioneer nodded respectfully. The bidding resumed briefly, now fueled by a new layer of prestige. The artist was present. The story was real. When the final bid shattered the previous record, applause filled the gallery, but the loudest sound in the room wasn't the clapping. It was the silence of those who had judged her moments before. After the final sale was confirmed, collectors rushed toward her. The same people who had avoided eye contact earlier now wanted introductions, business cards, photos. "Your work is extraordinary," one investor said quickly. "I'd love to discuss a private commission," another added. She accepted their compliments with grace, but her composure never changed. The two women who mocked her earlier approached hesitantly. "We had no idea," one of them admitted quietly. She met their eyes calmly. "You didn't ask." There was no bitterness in her voice, just truth. The gallery director announced that the painting had officially become the most valuable piece sold that evening. Cameras flashed. Interviews began. A reporter asked her how it felt to prove everyone wrong. She paused for a moment before answering. "This was never about proving anyone wrong," she said. "It was about proving myself right." Statement settled over the room like a final brushstroke. As she stepped away from the spotlight, the energy around her had completely transformed. Not because she demanded respect, but because she earned it long before they recognized it. The laughter from earlier had disappeared. In its place was admiration. That night, the art world learned something simple but powerful. Never underestimate the quiet woman standing near the masterpiece. She might be the one who created it,